Hi, Andrew Bell here. Great to be with you once again. You know, after months and months without rain, it was a relief to see lots of it last weekend. It came down in bucket loads, and I'm pleased to see a lot of it trickling into our water supply. Great news. Now, over the past few months, I've covered the 5 fundamentals that drive the real estate market, all of which culminate in the most important ingredient for real estate, and that is consumer confidence. The 2 research houses that monitor consumer confidence, namely the Westpac Melbourne Institute of Consumer Sentiment and Roy Morgan, have both released figures that show a rise in consumer confidence. Westpac report that consumer confidence has jumped 8.5% in May alone, which was the largest monthly gain since mid-2010. And it has consumer confidence now at its highest levels since January 2014. The research shows the pickup was in reaction to the federal budget and the Reserve Bank's cut in interest rates. It also states that job security figures have eased as employment rates have trended lower. Interestingly, there was a 15% lift in the confidence of respondents who have a mortgage. And as a sub-index shows that there has been a 6.6% rise in people's perception that now is the time to buy a dwelling. There is no question that the drop in interest rate would have been the largest driver of this consumer confidence. The Reserve Bank dropped interest rates purely because underlying inflation was trending at just 1.5% in 2016. And this is below their target range of 2 to 3%. The current forecasts are for inflation to only move into the bottom of that band of 2 to 3%, sometimes in 2017. So they felt, the Reserve Bank felt, the economy needed some more stimulant, hence a drop in interest rates. I'm also sure the next set of figures will show a downturn in consumer confidence, as usually does happen during an election campaign, with so much negativity floating about. But we do expect to see a rise after the July 2nd election. A couple of quick other points that you might be interested in. It's a tale of 2 stories here. The latest report shows that some owners are up to 2.5 years ahead on their mortgage repayments as a result of the record low interest rates. Now, the Commonwealth Bank, Australia's largest lender, has 78% of its customers in advance by an average of 29 months. National Australia Bank has on average 14.7% of their customers in advance, and ANZ customers have more than 30 days ahead, somewhere amount to about 40% of their customers, whilst 72% of Westpac customers are also ahead on their repayments. Yet other figures just released revealed a number of Australian households in mortgage arrears has actually risen for the 5th consecutive month. It's a very low number, with just 1.13% of prime residential mortgages in arrears, but that is up from 1.13% in February. The good news is the arrears remain well below the decade-long average of 1.25%. The last bit of information in this report is specific about the Gold Coast, and that is about annual dwelling sales for the year to February 2016. Number was 19,516 sales, and that was reflected an increase of 7% in the volume of sales and 24% above the 5-year average for this region. Housing sales were 44% of the total number of sales, and unit sales were 56%. Now, median values over the year to March 2016 saw an increase of 7.2% for house values and 4.8% for apartments. For the housing rental market, yields are up 5.1%, which is certainly better than leaving your money in the bank, and the 12-month rental change saw a 4.2% rise for apartments, and the yields were up 5.9%. Which is over the past 12 months. It would be remiss of me not to note here that the last 3 months for the Ray White Surfers Paradise Group has resulted in our best 3 months of sales ever in the history of the company, with May holding the record of our biggest sales month with just over 135 million sales. That is 3-fold the sales that occurred in the same time last year, which does give some indication as to the market activity here on the Gold Coast. But I also congratulate all of our teams for following our programs that are delivering outstanding results for our clients and subsequently increasing our market share. I'm really proud of our team. Well, that's it for now. I'll be back with you in a fortnight's time with plenty more news. Stay well.